Michael Mike's Bags. Today I'm reviewing the Pro Advantage by Reynolds bags. This is a bag that has a special place in my heart. The Pro Advantage was the first pro style bag that I ever threw. When I first started getting into cornhole, of course, I went and bought the cheap bags from, I think it was from Walmart or Dick's Sporting Goods or something, those duck cloth suede bags, and that's what I threw. And then I realized as I dove into more that there are actually better bags out there. I bought two sets of Pro Advantage. I had a gold set and a teal set, and that's what my son and I threw. We threw for a long time as we learned how to play the game. And so the Pro Advantage is a bag that just has a different meaning to me. I actually gave those two sets away. I'm not upset I gave them away. I am upset that those were the ones I gave away. I wish I had kept those, just for one thing, to compare them, because the bags have changed over the years. And those were back before the ACL stamp. Those were pre-ACL bags that I had bought. Wonderful bags. I really enjoy them. I still recommend the Pro Advantage to a lot of brand new players because it really is a great starter bag, but it's also a bag that advanced elite level players can take advantage of and really manipulate and do a lot with it. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's break these Pro Advantages down and I'll tell you everything about them. As always, start materials. This low side is a carpet material. This is what I call the OG carpet. I think this was the first material, the first like carpet bag. In fact, Reynolds was if I'm not mistaken, Reynolds was the company that kind of coined the term carpet. They called this a carpet bag. That's where we get the term carpet material from. It's not really truly, this is not truly carpet that you would have on the floor you walk on in your house. But Reynolds kind of gave it that name and it stuck. So, I want to give them credit. Like this was, as far as I know, this was the first of this style polypropylene material that was used that I'm aware of. It's a wonderful material. It plays about a 4-speed. It takes a while to break in. When you get these bags, you got to beat them up. You got to give them time. You just got to throw them. The more you throw them, the better they're going to get. I will say these bags are not fully broken. They're broken well enough. They're not quite where I want them to be, but they'll just get better as they go along. So it's a bag. This material has a ton of control, as I mentioned. It's great for playing that dirty style game with blockers, doing some shot shaping, getting around there. It's a wonderful control bag. It's great for if you're a hard thrower, or if you play super fast boards, and the material has some stick to it, it's not going to fly off the back on those fast boards. If you're a hard thrower, you can still control it. So 4-speed on the slow side here. Fast side, this is what Reynolds calls their advantage material. It's the same fast side that BG uses on the Viking. It's the same material that Ultra uses on the slow side of the Viper. 7-speed. It's a fast side material, but it still has a lot of control to it. It's even a material where you can flip over if you want and just go fast side. You can throw slick side all you wanted to and play an entire game that way. Like you have that control. In fact, this material is on the slow side of quite a few different fast bags that are out there. So we're looking about a 4-7 speed on these Pro Advantages here. Template wise, it's a medium template bag. This is the template's one of the things that changed from the ones I had. They were a much smaller template. But again, once Reynolds got the ACL stamp, they had to meet the ACL requirements. So I remember those old Pro Advantages being more of a smaller, almost like a round. They had more rounded corner, almost like a puffy, almost like a ball. Reminded me of a round ball in some senses to it, which it wouldn't fit the ACL requirements now. So medium template now. It's a medium amount of fill, but I would say these are on the fuller side of medium. And it's, again, to me, I say it's on the fuller side of a medium. This does not have a lot of flop to it. Now, it will get a little more flop as I throw it. It's going to break in a little bit. Like I said, these aren't fully broken, so they will get some more flop to them. The fill in here, another change here to these Pro Advantages from what I remember. I wish I still had the old ones again, because I felt like the old ones are almost an all bead fill. I don't know if they were or not. I don't feel any round beads whatsoever in these Pro Advantages here. It's a mixture of flat fills. There are some roundish beads in here, but they still have kind of some odd shapes or flat sides. They're not perfectly round. So this is a much more forgiving fill than what I remember the ones that I had through, which is great. Again, if you're a beginner, they added a lot more forgiveness to this bag. So this, by taking a lot of those round beads out, you've taken some of the kick out. This bag doesn't kick as bad as I remember the old ones used to kick. So it's a much more forgiving bag. There's still going to be kick to it, right? Anytime you got a sticky material like this, there's going to be kick. So if you don't throw flat, the bag is going to move on you. But if you take all of that kick out, you're going to take the cutability out of the bag. And this is definitely a bag that you want to be able to cut with it. So, however, if you do have a tilt on your bag and when you throw and you're consistent with that tilt, you can adjust your landing spot and play, because these bags will have that consistent movement to them every time. So you can just move over your landing and still play the bag just fine. This material is not a material that I would call hole friendly, and that's not a knock on this material. material. I mean, in fact, I don't even know of any real carpet materials that are actually what I would classify as hole friendly. You're going to get some bags with this that want to hang on the hole, but that's because you have so much control. The reason you have control of this material, the reason you can throw blockers is because the material wants to bite and sticks and grabs on the board, which means around the hole, you're going to get that as well. Doesn't mean the bag isn't going to go in the hole. And you'll see here, I get some bags to drip in from time to time, but you're going to end up with more bags hanging around. But honestly, with this Pro Advantage, to me, the idea of the playability of it is I want bags around the hole. I want to create congestion around the hole. So I like having bags hanging up there and just being in the way and trying to make my opponent sneak around or get cute or do something different. And then I can come through and clean up everything and get points in the round. That's what I'm looking for there. These Pro Advantages are ACL stamped. So if you throw in the ACL, you can throw these. Let's go ahead and jump in, talk more about playability here. And this is a bag to me that is, as I mentioned, it's designed for that dirty style gameplay. Blocks, shot shaping, cuts, rolls, flops. It's designed to just create a lot of chaos. It's not a great bag for running bags in the hole, unless, as I mentioned, if you're a harder thrower, you play on faster boards. In those conditions, yeah, it can be a hole runner style bag. Normal speed boards, slower speed boards, not a great bag for running the hole. But again, that's not really what you're buying this bag for. Reynolds has other bags that are better designed for that. You're buying this bag because you want the control. You want to throw blockers up there. This bag makes a great blocker. Sticky material, which means if you put a blocker up there in your opponent's way, your opponent's not used to pushing through, it'll cause bags to kick off. So it really forces you to be, or force your opponent to be a little more accurate at hitting the bag to push through. It's a bag that collects itself really well because it's not super floppy. The corners will catch, hook, and it'll drag it in so you can get more aggressive, putting that blocker more on your opponent's side, coming through, clipping it, taking it in. It's also bags I mentioned for the shot shaping, the cuts, rolls, flops. If you get too aggressive, put that blocker too far over, you have the ability to throw a cut, grab it, pull it back in. Rolls and flops, definitely something you can do here. Again, because they've taken a lot of the bounce out. They give this bag more forgiveness. They've taken those round beads out of this fill. Not as bouncy, not as active, which means not the best for learning to roll, cut, flop, that type of thing. But if you're average to advanced or elite, you can definitely do it. I was able to throw cuts with this pretty well. I was able to manipulate the bag like I wanted to. One last thing is I want to compare this Pro Advantage to the Pro X, because the Pro X uses the same slow side. The difference is the fast side. The Pro X uses that game changer, surefire, fast side, touch faster. And people ask me all the time the difference in the two bags and which one they should throw. And I would say, depending on how well you are at pushing bags, how hard you throw. If you're a harder thrower, you're going to want this Pro Advantage because it's got more control to it. If you have more of a finesse, a softer throw, maybe you have a hard time pushing through, go with the Pro X. It's going to be a material that's going to push. It's going to slide up quicker, so it's easier to push bags through without you having to throw harder. That's the biggest difference. Leaves me in availability. Reynolds has a website, reynoldsbags.com. As always, I'll put a link down in the description for you guys. These bags were $74 for a set. Now, this is the standard price. They do have some special designs, so forth, that run $80, I think $85, something like that. The standard bags, $74. $11.20 shipping. So $85.20 shipped to you. Mid to lower price point for ACL snap bags. Great price. Reynolds, that's one of the things Reynolds does, is they keep their pricing at a very reasonable price. So you get high quality bags at a great price. Reynolds also has super fast turnaround. Like when you order a set of bags, like for me, if I order a set of bags in the morning, they're usually shipped out that same day. If I order them later in the day, afternoon, or the evening, they're shipped out the next morning. So super fast the turnaround time, which means you get the bags in your hand quicker. I love Reynolds. I love the fact that Reynolds does that, because we buy new bags. We want to get them as soon as possible. So definitely check them out. If you throw in the Pro Advantage, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment down below. Always love hearing you guys' opinions, especially if you throw in the Pro Advantage and the Pro X. Which one do you prefer? Want to hear your opinion on that. As always, I thank you so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.